Heavy rain warning and flood warning issued for Ishigaki City. Beware of flooding in low-lying areas and overflowing rivers until the end of the 13th. The Okinawa Meteorological Observatory issued a heavy rain warning and flood warning for Ishigaki City at 18:06 on the 13th. In the Ishigakijima area, beware of flooding in low-lying areas and overflowing rivers until the end of the 13th. In Kabura, Ishigaki City, 70.5 millimeters of rainfall was observed in the period up to 17:19 on the 13th, the highest rainfall ever recorded for March. In addition, 66.5 millimeters of rainfall was observed in Tanoshiro, Ishigaki Island in the period up to 17:55. The Meteorological Agency has advised residents in the Ishigaki Island region to be on alert for flooding in low-lying areas, overflowing rivers, and rising river levels until the end of the 13th. Atmospheric conditions in the Yayama region have become extremely unstable, with 62 millimeters of extremely heavy rain falling in Kabura, Ishigaki City, and 40 millimeters of heavy rain falling in Tanoshiro, Ishigaki City in the hour leading up to 5:30 p.m. on the 13th. At 6:34 p.m., Ishigaki City issued evacuation information for the entire city, including for the elderly. At level 3 of 5 heavy rain warnings, the public is urged to begin evacuating, including the elderly and people with disabilities. Atmospheric conditions are expected to remain extremely unstable until the 14th, with heavy rainfall of up to 70 millimeters per hour predicted in some areas of the Yayama region. The Meteorological Agency advised residents of Ishigaki Island to be on alert for flooding in low-lying areas, overflowing rivers, and rising river levels until the end of the 13th. At around 5 p.m., heavy rain accompanied by thunder and wind fell in central Ishigaki, and tourists stranded at the remote island terminal at Ishigaki Port were seen waiting for the rain to stop. Street sides were flooded in many parts of the city, and at 6:34 p.m., a citywide warning was issued calling for the evacuation of elderly residents and others. The city then used disaster prevention radio to urge worried elderly residents to evacuate to safety.